All right, I think I'm live. Not quite sure. YouTube's annoying me these days. Also, my computer's annoying me these days. My Windows taskbar, which is right here, every morning is gone. Thanks, computer. Thanks a lot. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stock market. And another lovely day in the market it is. We ended up yesterday a little bit higher, which is perfectly fine with me. Bollinger Bands are super, super tight. Super, 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 super tight. Super, super tight. And we'll see what that leads to. Last time I had super, super tight Bollinger Bands, it expanded to the upside. And super, super tight Bollinger Bands over here led to chop and then some downside. So can't take too much from super duper Bollinger Bands other than the fact that it's probably going to do something rather than nothing. What's up, Rob? Got Tesla up a little bit this morning. Looks like I was looking at Tesla yesterday. Work lower, ENDP lower, Okta lower. ENDP not doing very good. Mongo team. Work. Visa still hanging out. It's everywhere you want to be, which is nowhere. Okay, that candle's wrong in some fashion. You like something better than nothing? Sorry. Lately, you've gotten nothing. Kind of sucks. All right, so where can I figure out these colors and if they're supposed to work or not? Preset color grid. Is it this one? Yeah. So this should be an up day. And I believe that should be correct. Okay, cool. So up, down, up, and then hollow red would be, this would be it closed higher than it opened. I still like full candles though. Switching to candles here is proving to be a little weird. Butter up, fill down. Ooh, that's tricky. So we'll live here with what we have with Visa. Let's try this setup out for a little bit. So in theory, I believe green candles closed lower. Oh wait, full green candles are going down, it looks like. That's weird. You would think full green candles would go up. So these are going up. These are going down. These are going down. So full candles close down. Filled in candles close up. Wait. Okay, I don't think that's right. Anyway. That's going to freak me out. I don't like hollow candles. Sorry. Don't like it. Yeah, fill up. Fill down. That sounds about right. I guess I'll have to deal with these odd little candle situations like this. Hmm. Anyway. All right, let's go check the global watch list, see what's working today. Not much. What's not working today? Not much. ENDP, MongoDB, team, Boeing. Mongo was trying to come back, reversed pretty hard. Urban Outfitters were not following. ENDP was trying to work, fell back pretty hard, still falling. Glog still falling. Atlassian tried to come back for a minute, failed at the trend line. So just some more failures here today, it looks like. That's right, Rob. I am very scared of hollow candles. You never know how deep they're going to be. They could be infinitely deep. CGC, the other day after some CEO news, looks like we're still holding that little gap above the moving averages. Could be an interesting entry point, actually, as it just pops up a little more. Gets less interesting the further up we are. Let's check my Twitter friends. Okay, not much going on there. SBNY not too bad. Trying to extend out of a turnaround situation. It's extended, however, at this stage of the game. There's Manitowoc looking pretty healthy in a gap up. Came back, filled the gap. Chopping around some moving averages. Getting support at the 50. I think that's the 50. Maybe that's the 200. That's the 50. That's going to be your 200. So again, support at the 50. And boom, you could argue right there could be a potential. And do we have a pocket pivot? Maybe. What is that? 352, 335. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be a 5-day pocket pivot yesterday. A lot of volume coming. 1, 2. Mixed bag right there too on Manitowoc. Yeah, they're free. The hollow candles are just freaky. They should change their color according to the price action, in my opinion. Or at least should be full on the way up and hollow if they're coming down, but they appear to have that backwards, which is strange. I can't change it. So Manitowoc, maybe with a nice opportunity coming up here on a breakout of a very low level. Manitowoc is a global crane rental company. I believe that's all they do. I think it's just big ass cranes for buildings. Bull flag on the weekly, same situation. Also looks like there's a little trend line there. Pretty much for the whole year. Isn't my normal setup, but if that bull flag holds, it's not too bad. Declining volume on the flag on the weekly chart. That's good. Actually, not mad at that. Let me put Manitowoc on our actionable list. Nutties, Cron. Tesla doing pretty good here today. TRN. You've been a little gappy with tight action the past couple of days. That's pretty tight. Pocket pivot yesterday. Woo doggy. That is a pocket pivot. No question about that. That is a nice little entry signal for TRN. What are you, Trinity Industries? So look at how low the volume. Look at this. Tons of pocket pivots over here, and then volume just super dry in this little consolidation. That could be definitely a potential turnaround area. That's looking a lot better. Let's look at some TRN. Sorry, I got distracted by a tweet. Has my name in it, and I'm like, he's calling it a Richard Hart. I'm like, is that showing him me or what? Okay, TRN, IBD. Let's move over to stocks in my profile. You don't get these pocket pivots till after hours, so that's one of the problems, is you just don't have an idea. It's really, really annoying. Yeah, Trinity Industries, 58 composite rating, 48 relative strength. Could be seeing a turnaround though. Manufactures rail cars, inland, barges, aggregates, highway products, wind towers, and steel components. So I guess if they're hoping for an infrastructure bill, this would greatly benefit. 86% EPS change last quarter. That's impressive. Estimate revisions are down. Last quarter's EPS surprised 11.4%. 34% sales change. Not too bad. 2.6 billion market cap. 5% change in funds owning stock. All the technicals are good. And some of the fundamentals are good. Looks like it could be a turnaround play. Actually, this would be a good opportunity for me to use a new feature on TradingView. Go to the daily chart about fundamentals and look at EPS, earnings per share, which I think I did see in here. Total revenue, operating income, not quite the same as earnings per share. Price to earnings ratio, price to sales. How do they not have EPS? Just frickin' EPS, you idiots. Oh, diluted EPS. Here we go. Okay. About time. Okay, Trinity Industries. So this goes back a couple of years. So 348, 27, 2219. Okay, so not too bad. Looks like definitely increasing. 26, 43, 19, 19, 22, 27, 38. FinViz probably give us the next estimate. We haven't really had a nice bull flag this entire time either. We'll see what the next EPS is 106. It has 106. Insider transactions up 100%, that's pretty encouraging. If you have insiders buying, that's usually a good thing. Insiders only own 2% of the stock. Institutions own 93. Forward PE is 98. Come on, looking for earnings estimates. I thought they gave them. EPS next year is -5, it says. I guess that's what Marcus Smith is for. Well, regardless, looks like you do have a kind of some steady earnings. Growth is a little bit iffy, I guess. This quarter here jacked it all up. Okay, there we go. So that's a little better. So we do have earnings estimates revising up here pretty aggressively recently. So that could be increasing earnings. Yeah, 3/4 of increasing earnings. Then you have a nice bull flag setup. Very low selling pressure in the handle or in the cup. And then possibly bouncing out of this. It could be an opportunity. TRN. Add that to our actionable list. INMD squeezing in this descending triangle pattern. Yesterday would have been a pretty good lower risk entry point as we drifted lower here in this triangle for maybe a nice bounce out. We have to be a little more aggressive in those situations. the way the market's been lately. If you notice support, I think you got to buy the support. SIVB also in a bull flag situation. Continuing escape doesn't work right there. All right, so there's SIVB, very similar situation, but not quite, and that could be a pocket pivot. That is a pocket pivot right there. So SIVB with a pocket pivot a few days ago. Need a pocket pivot screener. Period. Just check it every day at the close. Still can't figure out how to make one. Call myself a programmer. Hertz Rent-A-Car, little bull flag, trying to break out of a interesting area here. That's something I want to jump in front of immediately. Bit of nice and tight as well. You're seeing lack of distribution up here. We did come back and fill the gap up here, but not too bad. Let's get rid of some of the right side stuff over there. There we go. All right, Cena still flagging out up here. This thing still looks good. I believe we have this on the actionable list, but I'll put it here just in case. Yeah, Cena just on fire on earnings there, finding a little bit of support late yesterday. Right? Wow, that's a pretty aggressive 5-minute candle. Someone fat-fingered an order or something. Okay, so there's a little bit of a hammer candle. That could be a low. So this could be an interesting entry point with your stop. That's 4%. Wow. That's a lot. More than I thought. Hoping for a lower risk entry, not the case. Air Lease looks like it has a nice little flat base going on there. ABG, iRobot. Those things, man. I think robots would save the world, but can't make money in them apparently. At least according to INSG's chart. Garmin. Ring's trying to come back. Talked about Ring pulling back into the base here. Supported the moving averages. Looks like that would have been a pretty good pickup. Get your stop here at the 50-day, and now we're extended. Not too bad, 1%. That's not too bad. Better than the 4% we saw earlier. So that could be a potential pickup for Ring as it's trying to break out of this. Would like a pocket pivot of sorts here. Hasn't quite had one yet. I believe Ring's on our actionable list as well. Alibaba still doing pretty good here on this breakout. Looks a little like Skyworks where it's not pulling back that much, even though it did have a pullback the other day. Right there was pretty interesting. $12.3. So it was before this one. It was this one? No. It was this one. That was that big spike down right there. NASDAQ 0.21%. See what the market's doing here. All right, let's go back to the actionable list. Kind of hard to go through all of those stocks. Skyworks, Tesla leading us today. Skyworks already back at a new highs on a break of our trend line right there. Manitowoc looking like it may want to get froggy pretty soon. We got a couple of good ones here. TRN, Manitowoc, for some potential upsides. TRN probably one of my favorites right now with that extreme volume dry up, good volume on the rise, extreme volume dry up above our moving averages. Wish our fundamentals were a little bit better, but sometimes you take what you can get. We'll have to see. Hey guys, hold on a couple minutes. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. All right. I think that's longer than 2 minutes. Sorry about that. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. Tesla Skyworks up over 2%. That's about it so far. Market 0.2%. Not doing too bad. Yesterday was a nice day, too. We mentioned the volume yesterday. We were just underneath the previous day's volume. We actually closed above average, which is really good for the index. So not too bad there. Disney, Xilinx. Yeah, Tesla doing really good here. Looks like they're finally starting to move it again. Past 3 days, elevated volume, or basically average volume past 3 days. We'll see if that continues today. Today appears to be a little more volume on Tesla with some nice upside action. We'll see if that continues. That's not too bad. And then maybe we'll have a shot of running into highs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks here. Not quite a flat base. Takes 5 weeks to make a flat base. Only down 9%. Very shallow action. Almost looks like a rising channel, actually. Something like that. It's not quite perfect, but not too bad either. Not too bad either. So it could be getting up to the top of the channel. We'll see if we see some distribution up there. But so far, so good. Let's see if there's any... What is today? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Oh, yeah, the Fed has an announcement today. Fed has an announcement today. Market up 0.36%. Just took a little bump. Can't be too mad at a little bump. I do like the TRN. Trying to find a breakout level here in Slack. Looks like it's not cooperating. Fairly aggressively coming down into the lower part of this range. It's going to have to stop pretty abruptly. A higher volume sell count down here could be a reversal signal. Maybe a lower risk entry point, but we are underneath moving averages. That's not very good. So still no uptrend here to work with. We were looking for a reversal. And so far that has not quite worked out yet. Don't know if I want to play down here. Not the way the market's reacting or acting. Okay, Lucky Coffee flagging out still above the IPO breakout point. So that one's not too bad. Atlassian firmly lower right there. That's not good. D-Dog also firmly lower. Coop, Okta, MD, MongoDB. ENDP for Lucky. This is just a minor pullback to the 50. And then we can bounce higher off of this. We've already bounced once down here. So it's a good possibility that you could have a lower risk entry point. That's still 3%. Still fairly aggressive. It is only $5, $4 or $5. So it's not like it's very high dollar stock. MongoDB undercutting. Not too interested in rallying right there. Momo, looking at Momo the other day, and then over the weekend, then it just started faltering. You have a pocket pivot right here, which is one of those weird candles that is red, but should be green because it closed above the prior green candle. This is why that's annoying, because that is a bullish candle. Yes, it's sold off, but it's still above the prior day. That to me is definition of a buy. So this day is this day, and a very clear pocket pivot. Lots of volume over here at the end. So Momo with a possibility around these moving averages maybe. Right about there. We'll see if we'll bounce into them again and maybe find support. There's the 50 and the 200 getting pretty close right there. So you could argue Momo is buyable right now, actually. Restoration Hardware taking a pause after its earnings breakup. Oh, 805 already, 806 already. Eek, I have to get going here pretty soon. Yeah, so far just the market and TRN's the new contender. Maybe Momo on the pullback. Snap still above the general declining trend line from the IPO high, but needs to get above this trend line. Hopefully we'll find support here at this moving average. Otherwise it's going to run into some problems. Yeah, I'm going to have to go here pretty soon. I probably should go check on my kid. He's still sick. Got a sick kid. BEP still working its magic. Buy that on any pullback. GLD even looks potentially buyable. Coming right up to, that's a channel line? I'm not sure what those lines are. I'm not sure that's a accurate representation of a trend line. I'm on the global. Wow. There we go. Okay, so Skyworks, an LVGO, finding support at a 50. Skyworks working today. Pocket pivot the other day, doing good. That red candle's a green candle. Stupid ass candles. And extending today. I'm not sure I want to buy up there. We have decent volume. It's a little bit light though, 3% the way the market's going today. But look at Skyworks, man. It's just been on fire. This was my target play right there. And look at that trend line. It's been riding it almost the entire time. That's not bad. Not bad at all. See, that would have worked out. What was my options play on that? I don't have it up here still. But that's going all the way to all-time highs. That would have been a good one, too. That would have been a good one. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here for the day. Got a couple of opportunities out there for you. It's like Regeneron up 2%, trying to break out of its range. That's not bad. That's not too bad right there. Big reversal yesterday. And also a pocket pivot yesterday. And extension up and through today. That's good behavior on Regeneron. Ugh. You almost got sneezed in the ear. CEI, why would you do that? Oh, that's why you would do that. Playing with nuclear bombs there, Rob, huh? What is going on with this one? Camber Energy. There's no news for why this thing is moving. Not at least on the on no news, but extremely heavy volume. The stock rallied more than 60%. This is a pump and dump. So be very careful with the dumping part. Only 1.5 million shares in the float. Yeah, be very careful with that. Super careful. All right, I got to get out of here. See you tomorrow, Rob. Have a good day. And yeah, it's a pump and dump. Can't find news get big volume like that, especially if it's a low float stock, which that was one of the news articles said it only had 1.5 million shares floated, and yesterday's volume was 17 million. So it turned its float over 10, or that's today's volume. It turned its float over 10 times already. So careful, my friend. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.